Here it is. Motorguide project for today. Is it the grass? No, it's not the grass. It's replacing my trolling motor. So this can be one of those jobs that's super easy, but after you start digging into it and realizing how many little components, the little intricacies, there is. 2-hour job can turn into about 6 hours real fast. You gotta get this trolling motor off. We got a new Motorguide GPS model trolling motor that we're gonna install on the boat today. So let's get the bolts, let's get the wrenches turning on it. Here we go. One thing I've always given Motorguide, they always have a slick looking bracket. That thing looks pretty clean, doesn't it? The old gator mount bracket that they used to have back in the day was always really low profile, sleek, and it looks pretty good. I like the way it looks, if nothing else. Time to bolt this part on, get some fiberglass and some knuckles, and get this installed and see how it actually works on the boat. So as I mentioned, I'm actually installing the new Motorguide Tour Guide. Is that it? Motorguide Tour Guide? Tour Guide 109, 109 pound thrust. Super small foot, looks really small and compact. You know what, let's make this easier on ourselves. Let's let the tongue of our trailer all the way down. I don't know why I didn't think of that to begin with. It's kind of hard to get up to the bow of the boat, so I'm just going to let this let that all the way down. That should make, yes, that's going to make things much easier to access. Now the bow of the boat's down further, and it's easier to get to this bow access. Boy, you scared the boy.
I didn't.
Open the mouth. That's what I thought too. But you know, I've only salted fish 1 year. Got the bracket secured to the boat. Now what I need to do is actually deploy it as if we were going to fish, get it to go down. Then what I do is I take the motor, the steering assembly as they call it, and I actually attach this. Oh, we'll see. We're gonna attach this to the bracket. So, of course, it's I think I got it. Yeah, that's all I had to do. You would throw the trolling motor pedal over in. See here. There we go. Now look at it. What do you think? It's gonna look pretty good. Looks pretty good so far. I always get a longer shaft trolling motor because when you're in bigger waves, just having that 52-inch shaft, I think it's 52, And I usually get, yeah, because we normally get 45 on most boats. So 52, you can't even move with a 45 inch, but if you got a 52, you can maneuver the boat how you need to. But you know, very rarely I actually have to let it up to where, you know, really any different. You're fishing that shallow most of the time, you're probably fishing too shallow. And yes, I'm a shallow water fisherman, and yes, you can fish too shallow.
Very long.
It is long, isn't it?
Especially how tall?
All right, now motor is mounted. Put your little pin in here like this. Let me have it. See what we got. We got the Stow the trolling motor in order to get. Looking pretty groovy, huh? Looking pretty daggone groovy. Got it done, baby. We got it done. It's finished. Looks pretty good. You know, I like the way the bracket and everything kind of hooks up to the boat. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the look so far. We're gonna take it out to the water and see what it works like and kind of give you like a true assessment of how this thing performs and what I think about how it is on the water. And yeah. All right, so Brev and I just got out here to the lake, tried the trolling motor for the first time. Notice when it hits the water, I noticed that it foot pedal lights up and makes the thing live. Now, it actually feels pretty good, man. Like this thing, one thing that I noticed right off the bat with this guy, super quiet. One thing that used to get on my nerves about my Ultrex is that this thing was really, really loud when you would turn it. Watch, I'm just gonna be still here. I'm turning the pedal. My Ultrex was really, really loud. That's one thing that I noticed is different. The turning mechanism is up here in the head of this trolling motor. So that part about this trolling motor I really like a lot. It turns really easy. One thing I definitely noticed is this got a lot of power. 36 volt, 109, 109 pound thrust trolling motor. I can kick it on 10, and this guy, like, it'll throw out wakes behind the boat. I think it was like 3.5 miles an hour. Well, isn't that what it was, bro? 3.5 miles an hour? Let's see on my GPS. 2.8, 2.6, look, 3.13, 320, 324, almost 3.5 miles an hour how fast that this thing can go. You see, I'm throwing out wakes behind the boat at full throttle. So definitely got a lot of power. I mean, this thing, it'll go. It's got a lot of thrust to it. That's what you need when you're fishing in current and a lot of wind. It actually is less hard on your trolling motor batteries when you got more power. So I like that about it. You know, only thing that I've noticed so far, you know, here's the anchor mode. I've got on Motorguide, they call it anchor mode. So I'll hit this. Let's see how good the anchor mode holds. All right, she's kind of finding herself now. And Brev is fishing a point out back here with a jerk bait. Oh no, you're fishing a rattle trap now, right? He's fishing this little point, so I'm just kind of setting him up to fish this guy. We'll see how well it holds. It does seem to be doing quite a few calculations. That can be very aggravating sometimes. Like, just get where you want. Like, it just keeps inching. You can see. Still going. Still going. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Still going. Still turning. Yeah, so now it finally stopped. Let's see if it's actually going to hold me in one spot.
It's still moving.
Yeah, it's still moving.
It's still moving.
I I'm just going in a circle now. Maybe it has to be calibrated or something like that, but it's not holding me in point. And there it goes. There it goes. Locked in just then. Just locked in. So that's what you got with the anchor mode. Anchor mode, I guess that's our heading north and continuous button right there on the pedal. So yeah, once it got me locked in, yeah, it still got us on the point. Here's the point right here. Just kind of swung the back end around and got us setting up pretty good. You know, overall, I got to give them, you know, at least a high B on this trolling motor. It runs really good, super fast, got a lot of thrust. It's easy to pull up. This is another thing. The bracket seems, you know, when I go to pull the trolling motor up, it's pretty easy to pull up. When I go to put the trolling motor in the water or pull it up, it seems to be pretty easy to stow and deploy. So I like that. That's always good. And it's very quiet. I'm really impressed with how quiet it is. I mean, the motor is, the foot pedal, I like it. You know, this takes a little bit to get used from having your momentary switch on the right to the left, or vice versa, however it was. That takes a little getting used to. I think they got something here. Two downsides: the anchor mode feature doesn't seem to lock very fast, and super quiet, a lot of power. Doesn't seem to be heavy when you stow and deploy it. The only downside, you know, tell me what you guys think. What do you think about the looks? Tell me what you think about the looks. You know, I love the look of the bracket. When we get up here, you know, kind of big. I think we can improve on looks a little bit. So far, you know, first day out, I like it, but it takes about a year to get used to your trolling motor and see what you really have, the longevity. I couldn't give you a really strong opinion about it on just one try today. We fished with it today. It's been really windy. I've been impressed with it so far. I didn't really know what I was going to get with this trolling motor. So far, I'm super impressed. I think Brev liked it. It was fast. We caught fish today. That makes you like it even better. So, Motorguide Tour Pro, I give them a good high B. I think we can work on the looks a little bit, get that anchor mode to lock in a little quicker. I think you got something that's going to be really good.